Okay, so like I said in the last video, I'm going to do the new playthrough. This is my old build, which we discussed in my last video. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to do quit. Oops. And I'm going to bring Endless Sky back up. Because I'm smart. SMRT. I am so smart. Load save. I'm going to go to new pilot. You grew up on New Boston, an uninteresting world in the dirt belt. You dreamed of owning a starship ever since your first visit to the spaceport at the age of 15. After many long years of working at a textile mill, you finally saved enough credits to apply for a pilot's license from the Republic. After receiving the license and with the freedom from this planet at your fingertips, you travel to the bank to take out a loan on your first ship. So I'm going to click Start Game. The bank's architecture is what you would have called futuristic back when you dreamed that the future would be less squalid than the present. Story above story of curves and spires and balconies, all in a gleaming metal. A doorman stands by each of the heavy glass doors. You are wearing your very best clothes, but you feel shabby next to them. The loan broker's office is equally intimidating. Large computer monitors fill the walls with stock quotes and other information spilling down them, almost too fast to read. You occasionally glimpse the names of places that you have only seen in movies. Aldebaran, Terrazed, Earth. The pen is heavy as lead, but glides almost without friction as you print your initials on the bottom of page after page of ominous legal documents and sign several dozen statements, notices, and agreements. The banker, a balding middle-aged man in a suit that you suspect cost more than the spaceship you are about to purchase, flips the pages past you quickly, uttering a curt, "Sign here, now here," as he points to each page. He moves swiftly, mechanically. The only moment when he becomes truly animated is when explaining the truth of in lending statement to you. "You're borrowing 480,000 credits," he says, "to be repaid over the course of 1 year. Your daily interest rate is 0.4%, which means that your daily payments are 2,503 credits, and by the end of the year, you will have paid 433,567 credits in interest. Sign here," he grins. You sign your name one final time. I don't have a name picked out. I'll call myself Blam Blam. That's right. It's the Blam Blam Truckers run through. The elevator is so well tuned that you do not even realize it is moving until it has deposited you back in the lobby. But as you leave the bank, you are smiling. This crazy adventure suddenly feels real to you. You're going to do it. You're finally going to get off this planet. Compared to the bank, you feel much more at home in the shipyard, walking among the rusted out hulks and newer ships that gleam in the sunlight. You smell grease and dirt and rocket fuel. Wonderful smells. There are 3 ship models within your price range. Which one you choose will determine your future. So, if you want to be a shuttle pilot, um, I can read you the description here, or you can read it on your own. They don't fight. They're fast and maneuverable enough to get out of harm's way, but what their advantage is they can carry 5 passengers. So you end up doing a lot of passenger missions if you're a shuttle pilot. Not a fast way to make money. Not a slow way, but not a fast way. I used to be a star barge guy. I did. You can put a turret on them when you get enough money, and they carry 50 tons of cargo space. Very efficient cargo haulers, by the way. Um, for the price, it's the best. For the price, it's the best cargo hauler. But like I said, cargo space to price ratio. But as I've told you in the last video, it is not money that you're worried about. It's a concern. It's part of the game, but it is not your main concern in this game. You will be making money as you go along. Uh, it's definitely your first concern right now as you're starting out, but you're defenseless. So you want something. This has no guns. It has no gun ports. It has no turrets. It has a turret mount, but it has no turret in it. So if you just build a big fleet of these star barges, like at one point on one run, I had 30 star barges, and I kept losing so many as I ran missions and delivered cargo. It's not a bad way to start, honestly. You don't attract a lot of attention with just one star barge, so pirates aren't chasing after you. But it's not a lot of money making either with 50 tons of cargo space. I start off with the Sparrow now. Not so I can do any fighting. This is the Interceptor. It's not so I can do a lot of fighting. I don't do a lot of fighting. I destroy asteroids. And by farming asteroids, it's the fastest way to make money. You want to make your money fast so you can eventually buy a better ship. Because all three of these stink. If you have enough the other thing about star barges is if you have a lot of star barges, you are going to be attracting pirates, and now you can't defend yourself. So, and the other thing about having a giant fleet is it starts bogging down your processor. Remember in the last video I told you I could only have about 700 ships before my graphics started to take a hit on my laptop. So, yeah. I'm on my desktop now. I can handle a lot more, even though my desktop is older than my laptop. But that's not the way I want to go. I'm going with the Sparrow, the most expensive choice. So if you buy the shuttle, it's only 338,000 credits. The Star Barge is 395,000 credits. Excuse me. And the Sparrow is 442,000 credits. That's what I'm buying. It's got 2 beam lasers and only 15 tons of cargo space, but it's the fastest way to make money through asteroid hauling. So I'm going to buy that. Enter a name for your brand new ship. Let's go with something at random. President 9. Cobalt ship. Ursine God. That means bear god, by the way. Ling the Defiant. So like Ming the Merciless. Elena the Eastern. Corona Legends. Cornwall. I did kind of like Corona Legends. Cornwall. Loyal Bolt. Tin Bees. The 6th. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that 6th and we're going to go with 10 Bs. Okay. So I'm going to leave this. Now, I immediately get a quest. So we're going to do the quest. Hopefully we'll survive. I doubt it. With some trepidation, you give the shipyard owner your money and take your new ship for a test drive, piloting it out of the shipyard and onto a spare landing pad by the spaceport. Then you get out and look at the ship over a bit more closely. You're busy polishing out a few rust spots with a piece of steel wool when an old man in grease-stained coveralls walks up. Nothing quite like buying your very first starship, he says. So how do I want to respond to that? Yeah, I'm kind of still in shock over how much money I spent. I don't plan to get too attached to this one. I'll be flying something much nicer before long. Beat it, old timer. I've got more important things to do than chat with you. I'm going to go with the second one. He smiles. I'm sure you will, but there's something nice to having a ship you can pilot all by yourself. Believe me, once you have to start managing crew and paying salaries or keeping track of a whole fleet, you'll miss these days when everything was simple. He's wrong. I just did that. That's my favorite part of the game. You're a captain, you ask? Was, he says. Sold off my fleet a few days ago, and I already miss it. But it was time. Time for me to retire. His voice trails off, then his face lights up. Say, any chance I could hitch a ride with you, maybe show you the ropes, give you some pointers? I could pay you, of course. So we're going to do the quest. Sure, where are you trying to get to? Well, he says, I've got a spot reserved in a retirement home, but I don't mind taking a roundabout way to get there. For starters, how about you give me a lift to New Greenland? It's just one jump away from here. I can mark it on your map. Sounds good. Well, how much will you pay me? Kind of a rude question, he says, but I'll pay you 10,000 credits. I guarantee you won't make more than any I guarantee you that's more than any captain ever gets for carrying one passenger for one day. And I say, that's really generous, thanks. Great, he says, my name is James, by the way. Blam, blam, truckers, you say. What a silly name. I'm looking forward to traveling with you, Captain Truckers, says James. As you're helping him wheel his luggage aboard and showing him his bunk, he says, before we take off, you might head on over to the trading center and stock up on medical goods. We can sell those for a good profit on New Greenland. Also, make sure to visit the local outfitter. While they don't sell much here compared to on big manufacturing worlds, every world with an outfitter will at least carry a map with some information on the neighboring systems. We want that. Buying them can help you if you're not quite sure where you're going. So we go to the outfitter. We have 38,000 credits left out of our loan, and we want to buy a local map for 1,000 credits. Buy, leave. So he recommended, we go to the spaceport, no jobs. He recommended, since we're going to New Greenland, he said buy some medical supplies for plus 94 credits for the run. That's not bad, but we're going to do asteroid hunting, and I'll show you that. So let's go to done here. Let us depart. Oh, actually, let me load that up again. Outfitter. Okay, no asteroid scanner yet. Leave. Job board, outfitters, systems. Okay, nobody has in our local area has an asteroid scanner for sale. I'm surprised Vega doesn't. Do any of these even have? Let's go to ports. Any of these guys even have outfitters? No. 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 Oh, yes. So they have another outfitter, but they don't have anything more than we have. They have an outfitter, but they don't have anything more than we have. They have an outfitter. So we're going to Arcturus. So hopefully I'll be able to find some asteroids without an asteroid scanner, which is not an easy thing to do. So what you're looking for is asteroids that actually orbit. There we go. That one right there. So let me zoom in. Let me pick up my cargo. 5 tons of lead. And there's another lead asteroid. And I want to match its velocity to the best of my ability, which is not great. I have 1 ton of free space, so I want to fill that up, and there's one more lead asteroid right here. So most asteroids go in a straight line, but destroyable asteroids do not. So asteroids you can farm do not, they move in a circle around the planet. That's how you know they're, oops, and I'm full of lead. So I'm going to jump now. So you hold down the J button. And this is a hyperspace jump. I was using a jump drive before. Boom, I'm in the the next planet. Hit the L button to land. L key, I guess. As you land on New Greenland, James says, congrats on your first trip through hyperspace. I'm impressed you didn't throw up. Most folks do the first time. Including you ask? Yeah. And then spent half an hour in orbit cleaning my cabin while hoping the passengers wouldn't come out of their bunk room and see the mess. Not my proudest moment. Anyway, here's your pay. He hands you 10,000 credits. And he adds, if you're okay with giving me a lift for a while longer, sell off any of the cargo you bought, then meet me in the spaceport. I'll see if I can rustle up any interesting work for you to do. Click the spaceport button to continue this mission. So we are going to sell off our 15 tons of special commodities, okay? We're at 41,994, so let's write that down in Mr. Calculator. Clear. 41,994. Sell all. We are now at, so we're going to subtract 555,494. And we just made 13,000 credits off of 15 tons of lead. Clear that. We would have made 94 times 15 off of the medical supplies. Asteroid hunting is a lot more profitable, but the problem with it at endgame is you're only getting, you saw how little I was getting. It took me 3 asteroids to get to 15 tons of it. You're lucky to fill up 100 tons of asteroids when you clear out an entire system's worth of 100 tons of commodities when you clear out a system worth of asteroids. Maybe 200 in a good system. Um, but yeah. So yeah, it's worth a lot more money, but when you're running a fleet with 1 million tons, then it's just so much easier just to do the cargo runs. If that's, but that's end game. This isn't end game. This is the beginning of the game. All right. So we're going to go to the spaceport. You find James standing on a landing pad underneath a large freighter, chatting with a man you assume is the captain. There you are, he says. Captain Eldred here says his two ships have been having trouble with pirates ever since they left the rim 10 days ago, and he's looking for an escort to get them safely to Gemstone. Are you interested? I'm going to say, of course. I'm not actually interested. Escorts suck with just a sparrow. I cannot outfight the pirates that are going to attack us. I have to outrun them. But I'm going to show you one of the neat things about this game is when, one, you can hold your jumps so you all jump together, which we're going to do that. And two, and this is key, when we all land together, when I land on the planet, technically my entire fleet lands at the same time. So these two escorts I'm going to have are going to land with me at the same time. So let's read through this. Great, he says. Whenever we're ready to leave the planet, they'll take off behind us and follow us to Gemstone. As you begin walking away together, he adds in a quieter voice, normally a fresh pilot like you with no combat reputation would never be offered a mission like this, so try not to mess things up. Remember that we don't have to kill the pirates, all we have to do is make sure the convoy isn't destroyed. But freighters are slow, so you can't just go skipping through hyperspace as fast as you want. You need to stick around and make sure they're behind you. You'll see, I know I've done this before. So I still only have 15 space free, cargo space free. I've been to the spaceport. I got that mission. We're going to click on our mission, convoy to Gemstone. So we need to get there. We don't know how to get there yet, but there's another mission there, rush delivery to Gemstone. 35 tons for a payment of 31,000 credits. I don't have 35 tons worth of space. I can't do that mission. So that's where we want to go. Okay? We don't know how to get there. We don't. We don't have the paths here. So we need to, when you get to an unexplored node like this one here, it will show you how to get what's connected to it with your hyperspace thing. The circle is your jump radius, but we don't have a jump drive yet. So our goal is to get there, and hopefully this will get us there. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to depart. I'm going to look for, and I have two of these guys with me. I'm going to look for asteroids to farm. I'm going to hit R. Take out this pirate. Now I'm going to hit B to board and see what I can get off this guy. So I could theoretically capture him. I have a 0% chance of capturing him. I have a 100% chance. So if we did the capture thing right here, I might be able to take him. Might. But, and I'd love to take the ship. But if I take, I'm guaranteed $5,000 if I take the shield generator. Or $7,000 for the beam laser. I can't take both beam lasers. I'm going to try and capture. I'll probably get killed. It won't let me. I can't take over the ship. I don't have anyone to attack with. Ha! All right, we're going to reload. So I'm going to load save. Load game. I'm going to hire crew. I'm going to hire one guy because that's all I can. I have 3 bunks on my ship. One of them is already taken up with a passenger. So I'm going to depart. This may have been a mistake. As you can tell, I am not a great pilot. And I'm actually relying on my guys, on the people I'm protecting, to take these ships out. So I'm going to click on one of these guys and ask him for help. Actually, they just help me automatically, which is pretty nice of them. Okay. Alright. So I might be able to take this ship. I have a 50% chance. I'm going to attack. And now I have 2 ships. That's nice. Let's see if we can find any asteroids. That looks destructible, and it is. Notice how this asteroid right here is curving. That's the one that I want. Let me see if I can target it. Nope. You need an asteroid scanner to be able to target asteroids. Come on. I have 3 tons of free space. There are not a lot of asteroids in this. There's one. So I've been playing this game for years on and off, and there didn't used to be asteroid scanners. You just had to be able to notice which ones were moving differently. Come on, buddy. Oh, I can hit Z now. Watch this. And he'll go after this. There's one more. Let's get this one. Alright, he's got no more room free. Okay, hopefully we do not get attacked again. We're going to hit J. J is for jump, and off we go. Now we will automatically, if you check, go down here to ports, there's nothing in this system. So we're going to start doing our hyperspace jump again automatically to go to whatever that unexplored system there is. Ooh, no we're not. Well, that's nice. I'm auto-targeting him now. All right, where are we at? We're at Miser. So we're going to jump again. Well, first we're going to go through and make sure there's nobody who needs help in the system, because you never know, helping people is always good. Let's see what's in this system. New Wales is in this system, which is good. We want to go to nice places. So we're going to land on New Wales. Okay, trading. We're going to sell our 30 tons of special commodities. Lead sells for 900 credits apiece. That's not bad. Again, no asteroid scanner, which is annoying. What do I have on this guy? 4 energy blasters. Do I want to make him the Hand of Fate? Do I want that to be my main ship? I think I do. Even though I don't really like energy blasters, I prefer lasers. But there you have it. Spaceport. Nothing in the, oh, outfitter. The other thing we want to buy is the local map. Buy. I'm already at 73,000 credits now. I want to show you. I do want to show you the bank tab. You can pay more to the bank, and if you with the pay extra button here, and that allows you to pay off your C. When entering a credit value in the bank, you can put in an exact number, use the suffixes K, M, B, and T as shorthand for thousands, million, billions, and trillions. For example, entering a value of 100K would count as 100,000 credits. Entering a number that is higher than what you or the bank have available will default to the maximum available value, which will wipe you out. So there you go. I'm going to stop this recording. Cancel. I'm going to stop this recording and take a break, and we'll be back in the next episode.